probably the final garden update for 2019. Those little green tennis balls there are actually what the black walnut tree produced this year.
I don't know if the mic will pick it up or not, but that's the sound of geese out in the field. A sure sign of fall. This is probably going to be the last garden update for 2019. I'm in the process of digging potatoes, probably a week early compared to my usual digging time. It's September 28th, by the way. It's forecast to possibly snow tonight, and overnight lows well below the freezing point, so I thought might as well get it done just in case things get really ridiculously cold. I've dug up the early 2 rows over there and one down here. Basically all that's left is these 2 short ones here. I don't know if I'm going to finish them today or not. I've got 14 pails in the cold room already, which is probably plenty, but if I get the chance, I'll harvest these, put them away. You never know, somebody might need them. That one got green from light exposure. Most of these vines have died off. This one is actually still showing a little bit of green. Those white patches are hail damage from just over a week ago. The hail really beat them to death. You can see it on the beans here as well. Really took a beating from the hailstones. They were pretty much getting, I don't know, I guess they would have produced a little bit more given a chance. Yeah, there's this still the remains of a blossom there, so it likely would have produced a few more beans if the hail hadn't beat them down. But we had a pretty good frost. Well, we had a slight frost last night according to the thermometer. I'm not seeing any immediate signs of it. But anyway, potatoes turned out really good for the most part. A little on the wet side here. I'll leave them lay for a while and hopefully some of the wet dirt will fall off. Obviously conditions are wet from the rains we've been having every few days. I won't even get into field conditions because harvest is stalled at less than 1% for me, and from the sound of the forecast it's going to be there a while. But back to gardening. Notice our healthy earthworm population here. Pretty much every plant I dig up, there's earthworms crawling around. Apparently our soil is pretty healthy here, despite the claims that we are destroying the planet. When I was a kid, which is a long time ago, I had to look in a book to see what an earthworm looked like. Now, the last few years, they seem to be basically thriving. So there's another little guy there. Plenty more where he came from. Anyway,